Hi everyone, it is another Sierra Says, and I am going to be discussing today another really sort of hot topic, one that people ask me about a lot, which is how to know when you guys are moving into a relationship status and how you bring that up. Um, for me personally, I like to be really clear. I like sort of black and white conversations, particularly about anything revolving around feelings. I'm okay with a gray situation. I just want to have a black and white conversation that determines, hey, we're in a gray situation. Now, that's just me. And some of you may also feel the same way. And so that's awesome. I encourage you that if you're really feeling ready and that's the way that you work and operate best in relationship, then go have that conversation. Just bring it straight up. Say, hey, we've been dating for a while and I feel like these are kind of going to the next level. So where is this going? Are we exclusive now? Depending on where you are in your phase, you may have already determined that you're exclusive, but you're looking to make yourselves, Facebook official. So if that suits you, then go for it. If you're like, oh, I could probably do that, but I'd like some indicators, then let me give you a few of those. So the first one, the big one, is the idea of this person is now starting to think from a single person status into a couple or relationship status, meaning that they are now including you in conversations and in decisions on things like their lease is almost up, and so what area they want to move to, and they want to have an open conversation about where they think you or where you think they should move to, or they want you to go with them and help them pick out their new place. Maybe it's about things like taking on a new job or a new position or a new business opportunity, and they want to discuss with you, and they're really interested in your feedback about whether you think this is a good idea or not, and they're discussing potential challenges around scheduling or how much effort it's going to require. The another good one always is pets too. Maybe they don't have any, maybe they're looking to add a second one, and they want to discuss with you again about how this is going to impact their life, what your feedback is on it, and then include you in that process of choosing a new pet. That would be a really strong indication. One thing that I just want to caution against a little bit is that people often get very caught up in the fact that they are talking about future plans. This other person is saying to you, oh, I can't wait to take you to this year's, work Christmas party, and it's April. So you're like, oh, that's awesome. And it is awesome. Or they're like, oh, we should try and plan later this year that trip the two of us both have always been wanting to take. Again, awesome, but people tend to do this without as a natural reflex. It does not mean in any way, shape, or form that they are trying to trick you or be manipulative in any sense. It's natural. It flows out of them because they're excited about where the two of you are and that they now have somebody to do stuff with in companionship. But this is not necessarily an indication that they are starting to think about you as a couple rather than themselves still as a single. Another really important step, if you've not already started to do this, depending on where you're dating is that introducing you to all of their family and friends. And be mindful that for some people, meeting family is more significant, and for other people, meeting friends is more significant. So you may have crossed one of those thresholds, but you've not crossed the other. It's up to you to know who your potential partner is and to see whether or not this is really which one is kind of a bigger deal and where you fall into that. if that's already happened, there's a good chance that you are definitely moving towards being in relationship and being together as a couple. These are just a couple of the items. Of course, this is totally an individual status. I can't really give a blanket. If you watch me, you know these rules, there are no rules, right? So if you do have a question for yourself about this or something else, I am happy to help you. Please message me at facebook.com/B+1. And as always, have a great rest of your week.